What's up, y'all? I said, what's up, y'all? Look at me when I'm talking to you, bro. Nah, I'm just messing with y'all, man. This is your boy Knockout Boxing 86 TV, and we in here. So check this out, bro. Before I get going on the video today, y'all be sure to smash that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Share this video on your social media platforms. And turn on your notifications so you can be notified when we drop our daily content, man. And follow me on Twitter at KOBoxing86TV. And if you got a fight breakdown or a fight prediction you want me to do, please reach out to me on my email address, knockoutboxing86@yahoo.com. But without further ado, let's get it popping. Let's get into today's video. And today we got some Gervonta Tank Davis versus Rollie Romero news. Looks like that fight is off because the allegations against Rollie Romero. We're going to talk about all of that, who Tank Davis's potential replacement opponents can be, and all of that stuff, man. We're going to get into it in this video. Before I get too deep into it, though, live show this Wednesday is going to be lit, man. It's going to be a special one. We got the big fight week this week, so it's 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Tune in Wednesday night so you can see who I'm picking to win. The Canelo Alvarez and Caleb Plant undisputed super middleweight showdown. We got 134-29 record on this channel. We get a lot of our predictions right, so we hoping to get this one right, man. This is a big one, bro. This is a big one that we hoping to get correct. So we'll see how it plans out. We'll be doing a lot of studying this week for that prediction. We're going to drop it for y'all Wednesday on the live show, man. So y'all come tune in and hang out with me. And don't forget about our other live show Sunday morning is 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Me and the singing OG KQKC Boxing Network. We're going to be going live this Sunday morning to talk about everything that happened in that fight. So y'all be sure to stay tuned for that, man. Now, let's get to it, though. Man. So, Gervonta Davis, bro. Rollie Romero. So, for those y'all don't know, it looks like the fight is off because there's some allegations of sexual assault against Rollie Romero. Multiple women have come out saying that he did some things he shouldn't have done to them. And so, Showtime might be pulling the plug on his pay-per-view. But they still want Tank Davis to fight on December the 5th, so they're looking for replacement opponents. First, on the Rollie Romero situation, I'm not going to bash him. I'm not going to bash the young ladies that are accusing him of this. I feel like this is serious. It needs to play itself out. The facts needs to come out. And then once we see what the outcome is, then you can make a decision as to who to bash, what your real opinion is, and all of that stuff. Anybody giving an opinion on this situation right now, in my opinion, is irresponsible. And it's unfair to both parties because we don't have all the facts yet. So I'm choosing to wait. I have nothing to say about that. Not going to bash Rollie. Not going to bash the young ladies that are accusing him. Just going to simply say, I'm waiting on the outcome of that, and then I'll give my opinion. Once we know what the outcome is, whether or not he's found guilty, whether or not they settle, whether or not the ladies are proven to be lying, whatever the case may be, I'll give my opinion at that point. But what this does mean, you know, I don't want to use that situation to say that it's good, but for boxing, we got to, like, it looks like Tank Davis might get a better opponent, bro. Looks like he might get a better opponent. So from a boxing perspective, as a fan, you know, that's an intriguing and that's an exciting probability. Now, certain people have come out saying that they'll take the fight. It's Tank Davis. And so everybody want that paycheck, and it's some great names coming to the woodworks, bro. And let me give my thoughts on them. So Eddie Hearn has said that Devin Haney will take that fight. That's what Eddie Hearn has said. Now, here's my thing with that. I'm not saying Devin Haney won't take the fight. I'm not saying Devin Haney don't want to fight Tank Davis. What I am saying is this. In every other situation, when Devin Haney want to fight, whether it's Lomachenko, right? Whether it's, what's the dude's name? Teofimo Lopez. Whether it's Jojo Diaz, whether it's Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney usually speaks for himself. So what I don't like and what kind of makes my antennas go up is, why in this case, why is Eddie Hearn saying, oh, I spoke with Devin Haney. Devin Haney said he's interested, he would take the Tank Davis fight. Nah, bro. Do the same shit that we know you to do, bro. Be the person that you showed me to be. If you want this fight, come out and say the shit on Twitter, on social media, or on the interview, like you do for all these other 135-pounders, bro. Because Jojo Diaz, Devin Haney all over Twitter letting us know what's popping. Like, look, I want that smoke. We sent the contract, you to you, we did whoop to whoop, all that shit. Same thing he did with with Ryan Garcia, same thing he did with Lomachenko, same thing he did with Teofimo Lopez. He goes and lets us know, look, I want that smoke. I need you to do the same thing with Tank Davis because it get my antennas up a little bit. When your promoter all of a sudden is speaking for you, when you typically speak for yourself, or your pops usually come out, do an interview here on YouTube, and let the people know what's popping. So that's one thing I do want to say. Like, Eddie Hearn is saying that Devin Haney wants to fight, but I got to ask myself, why in this instance is Eddie Hearn speaking for who Devin Haney want to fight, when in every other situation I just named, Devin Haney done came out and said that shit himself. I would love to see him say it. If somebody knows of him saying this shit, since we got this announcement of what's going on with Rollie Romero, if anybody knows that he said this shit himself, whether it's on Twitter or you got an interview or video or something, let me know down below in the comment section. I'll stand corrected. But that's my thoughts on him. But as an opponent, love that fight. Bro, I'm gonna love any of these fights if we get any of them. Let's just say that. Let's just say that. I would love to fight, but I don't know how serious I take it because it's coming from Eddie Hearn, bro. And Eddie Hearn, we all know you got to take his word with a grain of salt. And then also, if I look at the fighters, because I always do this, I tell y'all, when I look at fighters' behavior, I've seen Devin Haney's behavior, bro. When he really won't smoke, bro. He pull up on dudes, bro. He pulls up on them. He hops on Twitter. He calls them all out their names, says all kind of things about them, and says you scared, and he said he want to fight. He do that with the other dudes. Why he ain't doing that with Tank Davis? Why is Eddie Hearn talking for him? That's my only question with this scenario. Maybe y'all know something I don't know. Like I said, let me know in the comment section. Second name that done came out, Gary Russell Jr. just did an interview. He just did an interview saying, you know, he'll take the fight. But here's my thing with Gary, bro. Number one, you're inactive, but that ain't no reason. Shit, if you want the fight, you want the fight. But am I to take you to believe that you really gonna drop your belt, move up to 135, 2 weight classes? Like, I don't know. Show me, bro. Show me. But I would love that fight. I would love that fight, bro. I think that's a barn burner. DMV stand up. DMV stand up. That's a barn burner. Get it popping. But the thing with Gary Russell is we've heard this before, bro. And again, past behavior. I watched your back and forth with Bill Haney. Your bro Batman. Salute to Batman. Great brother. I watched Bill Haney concede to everything that y'all was asking for, and you turned down that smoke at 135. So are you really trying to move up to 135? Because you've been quiet, bro. Seem like when something happened, you get quiet, but then when the opportunity presents itself, oh, now let me speak up. Let me do an interview. I want the smoke. Like, you know whether or not they really going to call you or you really a viable option. So I don't know if it's a clout chase. I ain't calling it a clout chase. I ain't saying Gary Russell Jr. wouldn't fight Tank Davis. I'm just saying really try to make a call or something. Y'all both got PBC on speed dial. You need an opponent because your opponent, Ray Vargas, he fighting this weekend. He fighting this weekend. So I don't know what that's about. I have no clue what that's about. So please, bro, please give me Gary Russell versus Gervonta Tank Davis. I would love that opponent. Here's the one that's most interesting to me, though. Because this is the one who, honestly, bro, I like the energy. I like how he came out and said it straight to us, let us know what's up. And he been running down and saying this shit forever. And it ain't just when Tank Davis got an opponent fall through or something don't happen or he's extremely inactive. So it's like, bro, you really gonna come back in your first fight and fight Tank Davis? Like, that's my thing with Gary Russell, bro. Like, you ain't fought since February of 2020, bro. I'm supposed to believe you really gonna come back and Tank Davis is gonna be your fight on 1 month notice, and you gonna move up 2 weight classes, bro. So you willing to do a 4-week training camp, drop your WBC featherweight title, and move up 2 weight classes? Like, I call clout chase, bro. No shade, bro. I rock with Gary Russell Jr. Batman is the bro. He be watching the channel. He been supporting me from day one. So it's no shade, bro. It's none whatsoever. But you gonna have to show me, bro. Because I find it hard to believe and I find it hard to take you serious. When I saw what happened with the Devin Haney shit, I saw the negotiations, bro. I listened to that shit multiple times. Then number two, you gonna drop your featherweight belt, move up 2 weight classes, and only give yourself a month to prepare for Gervonta Davis? I doubt it, bro. I don't believe you, bro. I do not believe you, bro. Now this one, the next one's most intriguing, bro. Regis Rougarou Prograis. Listen, he been saying he want to fight Tank for the longest. Unlike Devin Haney, he wouldn't, he ain't got no promoter or nothing saying it. He let us know out the horse's mouth, shit, I'll take the fight. And he already conceded, shit, I'll come down to 135. What's poppin'? He wanted to fight Tank ass when Tank moved up and fought Barrios. He been wanting to fight Tank because Tank been taking food off his plate, bro. What you mean, knockout? Regis was supposed to fight Barrios. But Barrios turned down the Regis fight because Barrios got bigger deal, got bigger money with Tank. So he already took food off of Regis' plate. Regis want that food back. He won't get his plate back. And I'm telling y'all, bro, any of these opponents would be something that, number one, the pay-per-view all of a sudden goes from, oh, it's an entertaining lead-up, but Tank gonna beat the shit out of him, to, damn, bro, Tank could lose this shit. I could see this other fighter beating him. All 3 of these fights do that for Tank. And to me, to hit that next level of superstardom, that's what Tank Davis need. He need for people to doubt him, to think that somebody got a shot against him, and then he go in and watch them and let the world know, look, it's levels, bro. Y'all said he gonna do what to who? You gonna do what to who? He gonna do what to who? To me? Not me. I'm here. What's popping? And boom, he just performs at an all-time high level. And let me say this, because I hear people saying, oh, Tank Davis is, if he try to fight, and another name that came up is JoJo Diaz. I want Devin Haney to fight JoJo Diaz, unless I'm getting Devin Haney, Tank Davis. I hear a lot of people saying, oh, I've heard this, not a lot of people, I've heard this, well, if Tank Davis don't fight Devin Haney, he ducking, and he pulled JoJo Diaz, then he ducking Devin Haney. I don't believe that shit to be true. And I'm going to tell y'all why. Tank Davis don't make his fights. If you ever notice my criticism of who he fights, I always say, man, Mayweather and them moving him wrong. I wish they would put him in there with better competition. And I wish Tank would push back against them and say, y'all need to stop putting me in this shit, because I believe Tank will fight everybody. But I concede that Steven Espinoza is Showtime. Or I shouldn't say I concede. I believe that Steven Espinoza is Showtime, Leonard Ellaby, and Mayweather, in that order, are much more responsible for how Tank's career has gone so far. And it's been a great career. But hopefully, by way of default, by way of not really having a choice, if they want to keep this fight date of December the 5th, which it sounds like they do because they're looking for replacements and shit, this is a fight that, these are some names. I wouldn't like JoJo Diaz, but these, you give JoJo Diaz, Devin Haney, Gary Russell Jr., Regis Rougarou Prograis. Any of those names, far better than Rollie. Tank will get way more credit. It's not even close. The order, you might say, well, knockout, what order you want to fight in, bro? If you had to pick between the names that we hear in knockout, and you got a chance to say which opponent it would be, what would your order be, knockout? I give it to you, bro. First, I would like Tank Davis versus Devin Haney, bro. That would be my first choice if I got to pick. Because they're both 235-pounders. Devin Haney was fighting on December the 4th anyway. So Devin Haney's already in camp. So that way there'll be no excuses, because they both was in training camp anyway. You switching opponents a month out, that's enough time to game plan and to prepare for. They're both, Tank Davis got the little regular belt at 135, but Devin Haney is the WBC champion. It will be a quote-unquote unification fight, for lack of a better term. It will put the winner in an even better position to get Teofimo Lopez to get in the ring with them, right? And I think it's the best fight. I think it's the best fight for boxing, to be honest with you. Now, second on that list, Regis Prograis. He's second behind Devin Haney simply because he's big, bro. He's 140. And so for him to come down at 135, I worry about him being weight drained. He already had issues making weight his last fight. No, not Red Cash, the one before that. Yeah, but long story short, he's had issues making weight at 140. So now I'm supposed to expect him to be the best version of himself coming down to 135 with only 1 month notice. I worry about that for him. That's the sole reason that I have him second. And also, it would only be for Tank's regular belt. But he's more active than Gary Russell. And so I got him over Gary Russell. You know? And he's bigger and stronger. So I think that's a fight where I feel like fans that really don't like Tank, even if they don't like him, they'd have to give him credit for Regis Prograis. Now they give him credit for Gary Russell too, but not as much, and I'm about to tell you why. So I would have Devin Haney first because of the unification, because he's active, and because he was already planning the fight, so he's already in camp. No weight camp needed. I do Regis Prograis second because to me he's the second best fighter coming from 140. But I have him behind Devin Haney because of the weight factor. If he had to fight at 135, he's already struggling to make 140. How does he make that weight? How does he look at 135? So he has to be behind Devin Haney. Third, I put Gary Russell Jr. because of inactivity, and then because coming up 2 weight classes, the knock on Tank has always been, oh, you only bring up small fighters. What they say about Leo Santa Cruz, right? What they say about Leo Santa Cruz. What they say about all these other fighters that he's beaten. Oh, they too small, they too little. So if Gary Russell Jr. goes in there, and I ain't picking a fight because I don't do fantasy fights, let's say Tank Davis knocks him out. All people that hate on Tank are going to say, he brought up a featherweight. He brought up a guy 2 weight classes to fight him. So it's going to be a lot more detractors with Gary Russell Jr. than it would be a Regis Prograis or a Devin Haney. That's why I got Gary Russell Jr. as third of my list of opponents. And then fourth is JoJo Diaz, because JoJo Diaz, out of those, he's not as good as those other fighters. Gary Russell already beat JoJo Diaz. If Devin Haney and JoJo Diaz fight, who y'all really expect to win that fight? If Regis Prograis and JoJo Diaz fight, who you expect to win that fight? Like, he's just the 4th best fighter, so he's the 4th best option. Shit. Y'all know how I get down, bro. I don't protect fighters, bro. I don't protect them, dog. Like, I don't. I like Tank Davis. I rock with him heavy. I want to see if he as good as I think he is. And I ain't going to see that by JoJo Diaz. He's the only one. I'm going to tell y'all right now, bro. He's the only one that I don't really give a shot, bro. His style's all wrong. He a pressure fighter with no power. He ain't going to get out of the way of shit. He going to make it a war with Tank Davis, and he going to lose that war every time. The other fighters got shit that they can do to give Tank Davis issues. But Tank Davis can win every one of those fights that I named. Don't make no mistakes about it. He that good. He good like that. I just want to see the fights, bro. So, you know, hopefully, you know, whatever is right happens in the Rollie Romero situation. If his ass guilty, then they need to get his ass, throw his ass in the jail, up under the jail, all that shit, because I got daughters, bro. And the shit just nasty and it's wrong. But if them women lying on him, bro, then they need to take their ass to jail. So hopefully that shit work itself out, right? But if we get a good fight, bro, because of it, if I get one of these 4 that I mentioned, I ain't going to be mad, bro. I ain't gonna be mad. And I want Devin Haney first. I want Regis second. Gary Russell is a great third option in my opinion. And then JoJo Diaz is fourth because I don't want nobody like don't take food off another man's plate. That's Devin Haney food. If you ain't gonna fight Devin Haney, then fight Regis, bro, or fight Gary Russell Jr. Or at the very least, call they bluff. Because I already told you, I don't know how serious Gary Russell is. I don't know how serious Devin Haney is. Because Devin Haney will be on Twitter right now talking about, yo, Tank send the contract, make the smoke, yada, yada, yada. Because that's what he do. That's how he get down, bro. He wouldn't have Eddie Hearn talking for him. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts, man. Comment down below. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Share the video. Turn on your notifications. If you want to have me hop on the panel, knockoutboxing86@yahoo.com is the email address. Follow me on Twitter at KOBoxing86TV. Come by this Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're doing the Canelo Alvarez, Caleb Plant breakdown and prediction live for y'all, bro. So you got to come through. You got to hang out, find out who I'm picking so you can get your pick right. Y'all know how we do, bro. But I appreciate y'all watching the video. Enjoy the rest of your day. And with that, we out of here. Peace, y'all.